So hey, what's up guys, Box here and welcome back to some more F1 2018 career mode. So here we go, after the first race out at Australia, we are now heading into round 2, which is going to be at Bahrain, and you can see we're currently 9th in the championship after finishing 9th in our first race. We've got 1,000 resource points which we can use going forward, but for now we're going to be heading into the data center, so we'll see whether we got any of the upgrades that we put on coming this weekend. I don't think it is this weekend. I think it's the weekend after. So it's not Malaysia, China. Is it China now? I'm not sure. I think it is China, but the third round. But nonetheless, let's see. Once we get in to the data center, we'll be able to find out. Maybe there's more tutorials, I don't know, but hopefully we can just get straight into the session. Right then, so we're at the workstation and doesn't appear that we've got much on other than a weekend preview for Bahrain. So qualifying, dry conditions, obviously it's the desert, so we wouldn't expect anything other than that. Our contract value's gone up, which is good. R&D, if we take a look at the R&D tree, we've got, another week on that, so next time out we should be getting a fair few upgrades coming our way, but for now we'll head into practice and see what programs we can do.
Welcome to the deserts of Bahrain, where the Formula One circus has rolled into town. We're expecting the cars to appear out on track shortly to start today's practice session. An opportunity here then for the drivers to learn the track and learn the car, and of course work out all the little kinks that show up when the teams put these cars together at the circuit. Anthony Davidson, this is all very familiar to you of course, so why don't you give us an idea as to what the drivers will be getting up to in these sessions?
I'd say the first responsibility for drivers during pre-practice is in gathering data for correlation purposes, which allows the engineers to match real-life data against the simulation. Secondly, the driver then needs to dial themselves into a circuit that they may not have driven around for a full year, which is a fact that's often overlooked. And then you finally focus on the details of car setup and the tyre wear. It's critical to have a good relationship with your engineer here so they can make the right adjustments at the right time to the car that ultimately bring out the performance you're looking for.
Right then, so we're here for the track acclimatization. We're going to need to do this to make sure we get used to the track, obviously with our racing lines, stuff like that, but let's get into this track acclimatization. I don't expect any problems here at Bahrain. Fairly confident with this track, so let's see how we get on. So we're going to be coming to the end of this first lap on the track acclimatization, and we should be pretty good to get through this program on this first lap, or at least get some points from this first lap. It should be pretty good. Let's see if we've got enough to beat the target score, and we do, just about enough. So let's get back to the garage, head into the next program. I don't think I'm going to do all the programs. I think the ERS management I'll be doing every single race just to get used to the ERS and stuff like that. But for now we'll get into the tyre management one, and this again should be pretty straightforward, shouldn't be any issues. But these things, we just need to get through these programs, get all the resource points we can get early on in the season, get ourselves a well-developed car and potentially move up to a different team. But again, let me know what you want me to do in terms of moving. Do you want me to move teams as much as possible, or do you want me to do a full season with each team and then decide at the end of the season? So coming across the line then, we're going to be able to do the practice program on the first lap, which is really good. Got that low tyre wear in there, so let's get back to the garage, not accidentally retry it like we did in the previous episode, but this time out we're able to do it, get ourselves some more R&D points. So for 30 points, let's get us some ERS management. So this is one of the more difficult challenges, while the programs, I think, probably only difficult for now because it's a new one. This is only the second time doing it. So what you have to do, you really do have to manage your deployment. So I'm going to turn it to none while we're on this straight, and then on the brakes we'll charge it back up. And we'll whack it back up to low as we get a massive kick of oversteer, which isn't going to help us out. And we're now down loads of time. Oh, so turn one's really cost us, so we might have to go again on the next lap. So when we're coming across the line to end this lap, as you can see, we've got it all the way in the purple, which is good, but it's not going to be enough really to get us anything. No, didn't get anything, so we're going to have to try again on this next lap. So we're going to be coming around this final corner then. Gonna use a little bit of ERS and we should, yes, there we go, optimal energy use. A good attempt there from us. Get back in the garage. We'll do qualifying, I think, qualifying pace 1. Or shall we just get into the, should we get into qualifying actually? We're only going to get 20 points up for grabs, so is it worth the extra 20? Well, 40, I guess. So no, we're gonna. So actually, let's compare our times. So a 32.9. These have been on not all out laps. So what I might do qualifying, but do it on the soft tires. So we've got a bit of a comparison to other people. Oh, we don't have enough time. What I'm going to do then, we'll just get straight into the qualifying session then. Right then, so we've got another 300 odd resource points, and we've lost a little bit of reputation with McLaren. That's probably because our teammate outdid us in practice 1. And we've still got sportsmanship. So I'm not going to spend any more. Actually, you know what? I will. I'm going to spend some more on some of the R&D tree. Can we do anything here? We can't do anything there. So I suppose I could do some. I can't do that. I'll do some. Oh no, everything's started to develop. The only thing I guess I can do is some general wear. Reduce the power unit components by 10%. We might need that, but no, I'm going to wait and see, because we might need to save our points to be able to fix any problems with R&D paths. But anyway, let's get into qualifying. But the weather forecast again, and it's exactly the same. And we need to get out. We need to really out-qualify Fernando in this session, so it's going to be a tough one. But let's see if we can do it.
Cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now and it never gets any easier.
Right then, so the car setup I'm going to be using is the default one here, preset 4. Seemed to work well for us, so all I can really do now is accelerate time a little bit. So we've got some benchmark times to go out against, and then get ourselves out on track then. So here we go then, Bahrain at night. We're out on the circuit for our first qualifying lap. We're coming to the end of our opening lap. We've got everything to the max, so let's get out and do this. It's coming around the final corner then. I'm going to be crossing the line, crossing the DRS straight, and then we were about 1.6 off and now 1.8 off of the fastest time so far, so we're just behind Fernando Alonso. So because of the ERS, we're not going to get we don't have enough battery to do this lap. So what I'm going to do, we don't even have enough fuel, so I'm going to head back into the garage then. We'll analyse the lap and try and get back out and beat Fernando. I bet we're not far off of his time right now, so let's take a look, shall we? So after our first flying lap,
our best lap so far is a 1 minute 30.5.
We are 1/10 of a second off of Fernando. We need to beat him in qualifying, so we're going to have to go back out. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put on some new tyres. We'll accelerate the time a little bit. See if he's able to improve a little bit, and then we'll head out. Fernando's still got that same timing. Skip it a little bit more. Right, let's get out on track, and this is going to be our last flying lap. We've got fresh rubber on, a bit more experience on the track, so let's push it that little bit harder, see if we can out-qualify Fernando. But other than that, we're in a really good position for qualifying so far. So here we go then, we're going to be coming across the line. We are about half a second up on our previous lap, which is going to throw us up into 9th place. That is good. I will take that. Let's end this session right now. Let's return to garage. We'll watch the leaderboards. We'll see if there's anyone out on track actually. But we will watch the leaderboards. Right, okay.
As we wind down from the excitement of
Oh,
qualifying,
that's the end of the session. Oh, and Fernando improved on his time, but we managed to keep it ahead just about. So that is good for us. So we only got 11th place in the end, but it's about right really for the McLaren. Not the best straight line speed, and this track is very reliant on straight line speed. So yeah, we're going to definitely have to work on upgrading engine power. But who got pole position then? Sebastian Vettel, then Kimi Raikkonen, and then Vettel got pole by 0.3 of a second. That is impressive. Right then, let's see how the rivalry's looking. We're drawing now, so right on cue with Fernando. Some nice bit of resource points going on, and we should have gained a little bit of rep, yes, because we out-qualified our teammate, which is good. We got Alfa Sauber Romeo looking at us. I don't really want to go there. Force India, I don't really want to go there either. But Ferrari and Mercedes are next, so that's in terms of reputation. So we haven't had an interview in a while, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. So our manager's impressed. So let's head into the race then for Bahrain.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk briefly about Sergio Perez. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton, and Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Sainz, and Roman Grosjean. The Professor, Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Leclerc, Gasly, Hartley, Lance Stroll, and Sergei Sorokin. Ericsson and Sergio Perez rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Right then, so we want to be getting some points then in this race. We are qualified in, what was it, 11th place? Just outside of the top 10, so we can change our tyres I think maybe, but I don't want to. I'm going to keep it as we've got at the minute. So car setup, I'm pleased with everything, you know, pleased with the strategy, so let's head into the race. Right, here we are then at Bahrain. What can we do? See if we can get a good start. We get all sorts of wheel spin off of the line, and we're going to get absolutely mugged by our teammate. And who's this coming up our inside? But we're going flying up the inside, and Leclerc, another collision with Leclerc. I had that in Australia, but he's gone right up the inside, and we've followed him as well. And now we're going side by side with the guy himself, and now we're going to stick it into overtake mode. Come on, I need to hold it around the outside here. We run a bit deep. Come on, turn it back in. There we go. Keep it ahead. There we go. Job done. So we've had a really good start then. Go from P11 all the way up into P8 so far, and we're right on the back of Verstappen, and he's got Magnussen ahead, so that Magnussen has had a brilliant start to this season so far, so good job for us there, and a good job for Magnussen too. So let's see if we can have the pace to try and get past the Red Bull then. Leclerc's doing really well in 9th place. I mean, that's really surprising to be honest, but let's keep on the pressure and see if we can get a bit of a run on Max Verstappen. And you know what? I'm going to go early for it. I'm going to stick it into Rich. We'll use some of our deployment early while we've got tyre life. we're going to push, and we're going to go into hot lap mode and get the job done on the straight, maybe, if we've got the straight line speed in this McLaren. I don't know if we will, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go for it. There's no DRS to assist, but saying that, if we had DRS, so would he. Got the slipstream then on Max Verstappen. We're going to have to do something about it on the brakes. He's going defensive, and we're going to go flying up the inside, and we get up the inside of Kevin Magnussen. Wow, I think that was, yeah, we got a bit of a warning for that. So let's take a look at the replay. I think we were quite lucky not to get ourselves a penalty, actually. So let's take a look. Yeah, we might have been extremely lucky. I completely outbraked myself coming down to turn 1. Not that we could see anything at all from that camera angle. Yep, we missed everything. We missed everything from that camera angle. Maybe if I switch driver. Yeah, we just came up the inside. Look at that. We were so lucky not to get a penalty. And that is absolutely crazy. Let's take a look from Max Verstappen's point of view. Right, so he was going up the middle. We were going up the inside of him, and then up the inside of Kevin Magnussen, and we absolutely bashed him out of the way. Luckily, we didn't get a penalty. I don't know how we didn't get a penalty, or at least give back the position penalty, because we got so lucky there. So gonna hand probably a bit of a, I don't know if there's any post-race penalties or any penalty points like that, but Verstappen's throwing Magnussen, so I feel bad, you know. I feel bad for Magnussen, and I'm getting a kick of oversteer there. So I feel terrible for Magnussen, but it's not like they're not going to have the pace to catch back up. I know they will now. So we've got ourselves in a good position opening this race overall. So we could have ended up with a penalty, which would have been very bad. So consider ourselves lucky, and lucky enough to be in the 6th place right now. And we'll keep on pushing. I doubt we're going to be able to catch up to Hamilton. As soon as he's turned on the jets, then he will be gone. So I'm going to leave it in medium ERS mode for now. I can't see ourselves catching up to Hamilton. We've got some pretty good race pace right now, although you've seen how quickly Verstappen's coming up to the back of us, so I bet he's going to be coming for a move on us on this straight, or trying to outbrake us or something. 131.299 from the race leader Sebastian Vettel. Here comes Max Verstappen. I'm going to keep it on the left. Here he comes, straight down the inside. Nothing we can do. He's got DRS and everything. He's cutting me off there. I could not do anything on the outside, and I had to take a compromised line. So that's Verstappen through, and I'm not sure where Magnussen's gone. He's fallen behind Leclerc, I think. Let's see if we can keep it with Max Verstappen. And if we brake like that, we won't. So I'm going to keep it in high ERS mode for now. See if we can get ourselves back in front of Verstappen. Now, if from what I've played so far, if you use the ERS tactically, you really can gain a lot on the AI. It depends when they're using it as well. But we might be able to catch up to Verstappen. I feel like Verstappen used his ERS to get back past us, because now he's not really going anywhere. We've got the DRS now as well, so if we can keep onto the back of Max Verstappen, we might be able to get him back. So let's keep with him. I mean, if we look at this, we're right on the back of him. I can see his red lights flashing, so I think he's... Oh, massive kick of oversteer. We need some more rear downforce on this McLaren. Maybe that's something we could improve. But I'm going to whack it right up into hot lap mode, and we'll see if we can get an overtake done on Max Verstappen coming on to the next straight. I'm going to go early into the brakes. Oh, massive kick of oversteer there. Got a terrible run out the final corner, which is not what we need, but we've got the DRS and we're in hot lap mode. Got ourselves a good run up the inside. This should be nice and easy. Very, very late on the brakes. I'm going to get back up underneath Max Verstappen, squeeze him out there, and job done there. So we've got Max Verstappen right behind us, and we're trying to save up some of our ERS for later on in the race. We're trying to recharge our batteries right now. So if we can just keep it ahead of Verstappen, we might struggle here, because we're going to be hitting the next DRS straight and then he's going to be getting a run on us, and I think he's going to be going for the overtake as well, to be honest. So here we go, here comes Verstappen, he's going to be coming at us once again. Where's he going to go? He's going to surely go to the inside line here. Oh, side by side, nearly touch. He's clean through up the inside and he squeezes us out once again. We're not able to do anything about it, but if we get straight onto the back of him again. So here we go, we're still with Max Verstappen. We could get a run on Verstappen here if we're lucky. Not going to use any ERS yet. I don't really want to get the overtake done until the next DRS straight, but we're right on the back of him, and you can see we've got much better run on him. He must be saving up his battery or something like that. I don't know what he's doing, but he's going quite slowly, and we're able to get a bit of a run on him.
Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
So we're being told by our engineer to up the ERS deployment. I don't want to do anything until we are on the straight and we get the DRS. So here we go. Put it into hot lap mode. Going to be picking up the DRS. Everything we've got to get past Verstappen. This should be a nice easy move on him. Here we go. Straight up the inside. Our teammate is in the pit, so a bit of an early stop from Fernando. So we're up the inside then in the end of Verstappen, keeping it up the inside, and this is turning into a bit of a race-long battle here with Max Verstappen. He's going to be sticking it with us, and I'm going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Right, so we're coming in the pits then at the end of this lap, coming around the final corner, bringing it in nice and early on the brakes, no risks coming into the pits here. So Verstappen, is he going to come in as well? Verstappen comes in as well. He's coming into the pits as well. So, right, let's get on a fresh set of soft tyres now. And we'll see what we're able to do as we're in the pits. So Verstappen's in. We've got to keep an eye on him. Hopefully he doesn't get the jump on us. Come on, McLaren team. Here he comes. Oh, he's jumped us in the pit stops. That is so annoying. We need to get back out of here on the pace as fast as we can. Going to get that deployment right down to none. Get it back up to medium. Right. We can't let him get away, so we're going to put it into high. Oh my god, we lock up into turn 1. So I wonder if now Verstappen's got some fresh tyres on, he's going to be bolting. I hope not. I'm going to try go with him. If he does, he's got the gap up to 1.3 already. We've got it in high deployment, so we've got a bit more ERS which we can use to try and catch up, but I don't want to use all my battery up right now. Going to keep it in high, keep the pressure on. Put it into rich mix once I'm around this corner. I can't do too many things at once, but get round this corner, put it into rich, and let's see if we can catch up then. So what's the gap behind? We've got Leclerc behind, we need to watch out for him. So come around the final corner, then Brendan Hartley's out of the race. Is that going to bring out the safety car? I'm not sure if it is, but we are coming around then. We're going to be coming across the line, going to be jumping a few cars in the pit stops. Oh no, we'll just be taking those position back. So we're up into 6th place once again, and Verstappen's right there still. We've run a bit deep into turn 1, that's not going to help us. We've got it in overtake mode, but I think Verstappen, we can wave goodbye to Verstappen. I'm going to put it into medium for now. We're going to keep the battery, try and store it up a bit over the next few laps and see if we can then go for a bit of a charge. So we're just going to see if we can keep it with him, as we're starting to brake really late into corners, which is compromising us a little bit. Okay, so we've got a 2.5 seconds gap to Verstappen, and that has been growing by a couple of tenths a lap. So Verstappen seems to be putting the hammer down, while Leclerc, he's been caught by a teammate, as well as Lewis Hamilton, I believe it is. I don't know what's happened to him, but Lewis Hamilton hasn't had the best of starts this season. He did recover to 4th place in the previous race, but he's once again outside the lower half of the, well, he's in the lower half of the top 10. So he's not going to be getting many points back there, and his teammate is all the way up near the front, I think. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, as I think Alonso's just lost out to Lewis Hamilton, so we can expect Hamilton to be coming onto the back of us anytime soon. As soon as he can clear Leclerc, and then he'll be right on the back of us, I think. So we're going to have to save some of our battery for that. I think Verstappen's a bit of a lost cause now. He's got the pace, but if we can save some of our battery, we'll be able to use it to defend against Lewis Hamilton if we need to. And I anticipate Hamilton's going to be stuck behind Leclerc until Leclerc gets onto this main straight. So let's save up some of the battery then. So Leclerc's managed to stay ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Maybe Fernando Alonso mounted an attack on him, I don't know. But Leclerc is still ahead of Lewis Hamilton. That's surprising. So we're let off for another lap. A bit more time to save up some fuel and stuff like that, and some battery. But Verstappen's now got the gap up to 3 seconds. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to him, not unless he makes a mistake. But like I said, we've got to concentrate on making sure we keep 6th place from Lewis Hamilton and our teammate Alonso at that. He seems to have a bit of pace right now. But so does Leclerc. Leclerc's right on the money there in 7th place. I think we're losing a bit of time to him because I've got the ERS down to low. See, we're braking a bit too early in there. But I'm going to keep it on medium now for the next lap and see if we need to use it. If not, I can just use it anyway towards the end of this race. Give ourselves a bit more breathing room as Verstappen pulls out another 0.3 of a second. So 3.6 seconds is the gap to Verstappen.
3.6 seconds.
Our teammate is 3.6 seconds behind, so we're in a bit of limbo right now, but we do have a threat behind because Lewis Hamilton has now just cleared Leclerc, so Hamilton's going to be right on the back of us, and so has Fernando Alonso. Alonso's cleared Leclerc now, so we could be in a bit of trouble, so we might have to start pushing. We've still got it in rich mix. I'm going to put it down to standard for now. Do another lap of what we're on at the minute, and then we can start to burn off the fuel and use this excess battery. So we're now going to come in across the line, start lap number 12, which means we've got about 3 laps left in this race. So we're going to use some of this spare battery. Hamilton's catching up. Look at the charge he's got already. He must have that in overtake mode. We're going to have to go defensive at the last minute. I did not expect Hamilton to catch up that quick. That Mercedes is so quick. We're going to have to keep him at bay there. So we've got a massive kick of oversteer. But by defending from Hamilton, Alonso's going to be catching up to us now. So we're driving as fast as we can, and I want to keep Hamilton behind us so we can keep this 6th place. It'll be good for us in the championship after that amazing start we got. But here comes Lewis Hamilton. Okay, engineer says to overtake. We've done it, but Hamilton's trying it up the outside. Oh, I'm straight back up the inside. We'll push him out. Very aggressive on him there. Wow. So we're going to have to keep him at bay. We've only got 2 more laps to have to defend for. 5.0 seconds. Right, he's in the grass of Fernando Alonso right now, so maybe Alonso could get the DRS and mount an attack on him. I don't know, but we'll see as we come around the final corner what's going to happen as we come on the straight. A bit early on the brakes there, a bit earlier than I'd have liked. We've got plenty of battery now, so let's put it into overtake down this straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look at the tyres, how the tyres handling up as we get a massive kick of oversteer, and that's cost us. Quick, get back to the ERS mode. Oh no, look at this. Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton right there trying to take a move on us. I'm having to defend like crazy. And Alonso is through on Hamilton. The team will be pleased. But we've got to hold it. We've got this lap and the next lap as we're getting all out of shape. Come on. My driving's gone all over the place in terms of braking as late as possible and stuff like that, because I'm concentrating so much on trying to get the right engine modes and the right battery modes. So there's so much more to do in this F1 game compared to the previous one. Let's keep our teammate at bay then. Should be able to here, yeah, no problem at all. Right, we come on the final lap then. Look how much battery we've got to use, and I'm going to whack it up all the way into hot lap mode on this last straight. This is probably their final opportunity to get past, and it's our teammate Fernando Alonso. I ain't giving them any slipstream. No way am I giving them that. We're going to stick to the inside line then. Come on, we're using all our battery. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. Look at that Mercedes engine go. Look at it, it's like a spaceship. I'm going to have to defend from him there. He's trying it around the outside. Going to have to give him room as we get a massive kick of oversteer. He's up the inside. No, he's not. We managed to keep him at bay. Look at this battle that's developing. Hamilton, he's going to get up the inside. Come on. Hold it round the outside. I haven't come down enough gears. Oh, look at that. Absolutely crazy stuff. Well, let's take a replay of that. Wow, just give ourselves a breather. Look at that then. Right. Don't really get to see much other than us trying to defend and cover off Alonso and Hamilton at the same time. Very difficult thing to do. So back to the action. We're trying to keep them at bay, and all this battling is allowing everyone else to catch up. And I've got about 50% battery, which should last us until the end of this race. We're going to have to watch on the fuel as well, though, because we've got about a quarter of a lap of fuel remaining. Vettel takes the win then, another win for Sebastian Vettel in this championship. We're going to have to keep Hamilton at bay. Come on, we can do this. Oh, locking up into the air, come on. Right, here comes Hamilton then. Got to make sure we've got a bit of battery left for this straight. Come around the final corner, is it enough? Giving it everything, is it enough? Hamilton's going to get an absolute rocket out of here. Here he comes then, up the inside. Oh my god, I thought the line was further along, but there we go. 6th place. The team are absolutely ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. We've got 6th place in our second race with McLaren. That's a fantastic result.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top 3 out onto the podium.
Right then, so here are the race results. You can see Vettel took the win from Bottas and then Raikkonen, and then Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen in the Red Bulls, and then we came home in 6th place, followed by Hamilton, then followed by our teammate Alonso. So a good showing from us in the championship. Leclerc doing well as well, getting 1 point for Sauber. Brendan Hartley didn't finish either. So let's take a look at the standings then. So Vettel's got the maximum points he can get, and he's got a bit of a lead now over Bottas and Raikkonen, his the 2 finished drivers in this championship. We've moved up to 8th place, ahead of, wow, we're joint points with Fernando Alonso, so that is good for us, and good for the McLaren team actually, because you can see, well, we're joint with Kevin Magnussen as well. So really, we're joint 7th in the championship, which is good, and we're not too far off the Red Bull. So the McLaren's doing well. We're on point with our teammates. Yeah, our teammate Alonso. So that's good. I'd expected McLaren for us to be a bit poorer in performance, but I think we're just about right for difficulty. So McLaren, we are 4th in the championship. We climbed ahead of Haas team. So we're the 4th best team now, which is good for us. I mean, it hasn't really happened in the real season, but let's see if we get an interview then. Haven't had, well, we've only had one so far.
You made it look easy. You really looked in control of your car.
Did I make it look easy?
You must be thrilled.
Look, there we go.
You gained a lot of
I don't have time to read these out. The car is number 1 light. It was great car. Stick it to the track. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I was like an idiot magnet today. I'm not sure what happened out there, to be honest. I was an idiot magnet. Oh, Sauber rep decreased. Oh dear. So that must have been related to the collision with Leclerc at the start of the race. So Sauber, the team that we had the most reputation with, have now lost a bit more rep with them. That's not good. Right then, so our rivalry breakdown. Alonso beat us for the fastest lap, so we are still drawing. We're still drawing with our teammate. I can't wait to pit my other rival though. Get more. Oh, there we go. We've got a complete 4 practice program, so we've got some more resource points. Look at this. McLaren are going to be the best team on the grid once again. Maybe, maybe not. Right. So we've gained a bit more towards veteran, a bit more sportsmanship attitude, which is good. So that's going to do it for this weekend, I think.
And it won't hurt when it comes to your next contract review either.
Okay, so we've doing good. So really, we are the 4th best team if you look at the R&D there. We've got plenty of R&D points. So the chassis morale is poor, aero morale is good. So we've got to watch out for morale. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode then. If you did enjoy the today's video, then do remember to smash the like button. If you are new to the channel because of F1 2018, let me know in the comments, and do subscribe for more F1 2018 as well as other racing game content. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well, links in the description. And for now, we will see you in the next round.